All right, let's start the live stream today. That I hope you can hear my voice now, which you have a good start in the day. Quite late by my side, but yeah, here we go. Uh, so to wrap up from the last couple of 3 days, where we have done all the live stream for day one, day two, and day three, we have covering in total 16 exercise of the learning course pricing configuration in SD. Today is the fourth day. I hope that we can cover I think 3 to 4 exercise, and let tomorrow on Friday we will tackle the final exercise before doing the SD certification here. For anyone who is new to my channel, my name is Anh. I am a SAP consultant. I'm learning myself different logistic modules inside SAP S/4HANA, private cloud from SD, TM, EWM, and MM, and maybe some more if the future projects required. And if you're interested also in the topic of SAP SD, I have also covered a lot of courses within the learning journey. For example, SD fundamental customizing, the billing process, the delivery process, and now we are going slowly to the final configuration, which is the pricing. I have done also, I have cut also the 16 um, episodes from the live stream that I have done in the last couple of days. Now moving on to the fourth date, the topic we might could have is track cumulative values, structure condition types, hierarchy pricing, and pricing procedure. All right, let jump directly into the first exercise, which is the exercise 17, track cumulative values. The marketing department has implemented a new customer material discount, which is only applicable for the first order. Ah, interesting. And we need to verify that the pricing limits of conditions can correctly handle the special pricing situation. The checkbox condition update must be selected for the condition type K005 in customizing for this exercise to work properly. And use the subGUI of the backend for the exercise. Yeah, we mostly use subGUI for the configuration and so on. And therefore, what customizing setting is required to enable the system to retain accumulated amounts? Review the customizing for condition K005 as a prerequisite for the following exercise. The necessary setting should be activated in the system. When the function is activated, do not change it. Then we are going to create a condition record for the condition type K005, customer B, 26, material 226, and enter rate of 100 euros. Use the sales org 1010, distribution of 10 Keep the default values for the validity period for this exercise. Mhm. Make the necessary settings so that the discount is only applicable for the first order of the customer. Okay, so it means that there could be some settings which tells the SAP system, hey, this particular condition record, they are only applicable for once only and not for multiple orders. And then we are going to create the first sales order to test that, and then based on that, we're creating the second sales order and validate all if the discount is granted in the first one and not in the second one, how we can verify that. And later on, we will then change the condition record so that the condition is only active for the first 15 pieces of the material. And we are going to test it again and examine the pricing. All right, really interesting. I really don't know how to configure this, but let's us explore the system ourselves and figure out what is in the backend or in the condition type or condition record setting, which enable this settings. First, retain the accumulated amount. Let me also open up the system. You can still hear me, right? Just want to make sure. Otherwise, I go the whole live stream uh, unknown that I haven't picked out my mic. All right, here we go. I probably need to log into the system again since I was inactive from yesterday. The accumulated amount, interesting. I'm not sure what about that, but we can first check the condition update from the condition case 05 to check the relevant settings. First, I go to this v/06 condition type, search price. I will position to case 05 to customer material discount. It looks the same like the case 07. Let we check the back end. Condition class is A. Calculation type is based on the quantity, plus minus, it's negative. We have here also the access sequence. This is a manual entry, has priority, item conditioned, and skills by type is also based on the quantity of the sales order items. We have also quantity conversion. All right. What they want us to have is the functionality to update the condition type. Yeah, condition update here. What does this mean? It means control whether limit values are relevant for pricing. For example, you can make use of the particular condition record in document dependent on the special total value. Specify total value. The total value can be specified into total record. All right, let me set this up for an accumulated value. This should be then the accumulated amount in condition type. Condition update enabled. All right, then let me set that up, and we go to properly creating a condition record for the condition type. Let me go to VK11. Condition type is K005. Click on enter. Here I have the sales of 1010, distribution of 10. The customer is 620, B26. All right, and the material we are going to talk about today is 226 instead of 126 from the last 4 days. All right, this is the happy bike, and the amount that I want to have now is the rate of 100 euros. All right, what we have now is that makes the necessary settings so that discount is only applicable for the first order of your customer. For the exercise user transaction VK, change the discount record so that it's only valid once. Save the changes. Interesting. All right, let me see if we have any functionality here that tells me, hey, this is only available for 1 day. Not in this particular table. I have here 100 euros per piece, but it should only be available for the first one. Let me go to the details of the condition record. I have here the internal comment, condition amount per piece is valid from valid to. To be honest, we don't know exactly when the first order could be landed, so the validity period should be default. The important part is how to enable it only for the first order. So it's not in the detail of the condition record. I would check also all the stuff, for example, record validity period, the scaled additional data. What about sales due? Not particularly. Regarding the promotion max condition value, yeah, this should be the max condition value, then number of orders and max condition base value. All right. So here I think for this, I think I have found it. So for this accumulated amount, after we have enabled it in the backend for the condition type, there will be a couple of limits for pricing, which we can enable for the condition record that we are calculating now or creating now. Three possibilities. First, max condition value. We can put the discount up to 1,000 euros or 100,000 euros. And afterward, it is not no more applicable. That's the first one. Or the maximum of orders. In this case, I'm going to select, uh, okay, from 1 to 3. All right, then I will select 0, 1, because I only need it for the first order. And the max condition value, can I select also 9 and 10 valid value? Okay. What about 2, 3, 4? Okay, I don't know how we can configure this, but it seems like the max order value, it is limited to 1 to 3. I think there should be something that we can configure in the backend. I'm not sure if we have that kind of possibility right now. Just let me quickly check. So it's the 05. Yeah, regarding the condition update, I don't see anything related to maximum or the total value. Yeah. But okay, it's not really important for now. I think it's still sufficient for my requirement of the exercise for now, which is only for the first order. Otherwise, we can also configure it the way that it should be um, for the base value. I think could be then uh, for 10 pieces of this particular material or 15 pieces. All right, let's save the condition record for now. One thing I want to check is for all the condition type where this condition update is not enabled, for example, K007. This is also the customer discount is also based on the percentage and not based on the quantity of material. I don't have here a calculation on a condition update. What could happen inside the condition details, then I will go then to VK12 to K07. Um, hope that I have something here. Yeah, I do have something for the customer Leonardo 26. If I go to details and additional data, yeah, as you can see here, since I don't enable the update condition for the condition type, we will not have any um, accumulated amount being displayed for this particular condition record. All right, really interesting. Yeah, that's something we want to learn in the project. Yeah. Compared to this one, if I go to additional data, yeah, you can see here limit for pricing, and now it's being currently set to 1. All right. Having that said, let us now test our setting by creating the first sales order. We go back and go to OR, create the sales order, ship to party should be the Leonardo customer. The customer reference today is 26531, and the material is 226. Order quantity is 10 pieces. All right. Right, let us check the condition. So I have here the price, which is 310 euros, a customer discount, which is K005 of 100 euros. Perfect. Yeah. Which is that it applies 100 euro per pieces. And since we have 10 pieces, the condition value is now 1,000 euros. And the customer discount of 1% is not applied now, I think because of the inclusion list. Um, Let us also go to the analysis. First, I have K005. So this condition records have been found, and go to K007. Condition record has been found, but it has been enabled probably because of the how can I say inclusion list. How to check that? Actually, in the pricing procedure for the RV001, we check the control here between the step 101 and 120. I think there could be a lot of different discount. And here, before the K007 is being displayed, we have an K005, and they have probably share the same requirement. And since they all discount, if one of the previous discount has been enabled, um, then I think any subsequent discount will not be applicable anymore. Yeah, that could be my consumption since they share the same requirement. Item with pricing. Not sure exactly what is the back end. It's probably just check whether this schedule lined item is enabled with pricing or not. And if they share the same requirement and they say the same, how can I say, condition class, um, we will then not having the inclusion list. That could be my assumption, yeah. Even though the inclusion here is not being activated, so that could be only my assumption here. To really check that, let me ask my friend quickly. In SAP pricing, I have two discount K05, K07. In normally only K07 is activated. Since now K05 is activated for this particular sales order, K07 is no more active. Where to check this configuration which make this happen? I have medium. I think high. I need high for now. Yeah. Did they change the model from just from today, 11th of June? Could be. Yeah. And normally I don't want an instant response from ChatGPT because it's really a low quality. Maybe useful for some of the quick search, like what it is, what it does, and the meaning of something. For really complex like this, I prefer somewhat more intelligent. Yeah, I think very likely the condition inclusion is the SAP pricing. or I'm not sure if the two being assigned to a conditioned exclusion group or not, but let's just check as well. I will go then to basic setting, pricing, condition exclusions, condition exclusion for group or conditions, condition exclusion for condition types and record, invoice list discount, yeah. So every discounts they have this conditioned exclusion indicator. All right, interesting. But I don't see it in the back end of my condition. It is based on the condition class. It could be. Yeah, it could be. Is only my assumption only. But regarding the condition group, I'm not sure if we have any. Yeah, we have discount inclusion. And yeah, okay. So they are using actually the exclusion group um, inside pricing. So you see here, I have the first condition inclusion group 001. They have a lot of different discount spreading from material, K05 customer material, customer discount, and these are inside my condition group. And what is the method for this pricing procedures? Let's go to RV001. I will go to exclusion. So the first one, condition exclusion, is the discount inclusion. What I have here, the best condition between. Yeah. So it means that uh, whenever I have different kind of you know uh, when I have different discount being enabled inside the same sales order, they will then choose the best discount that having the best value overall. Um, that could be it. So what can I change to make the K07 is better? So we can check this. Um, before saving this order, I don't want to test the same like the exercise that we go now. I want just to check effect of something we are going to do an extra mile for now. For example, I will now go to K005. I'm going to change the value of it. I don't want it to be 100, otherwise be 1000. But I want it to be €1. So I will then click on 1.5 euros, for example. If that the case, then I will then go to the sales order, test it like this, and we have 10 pieces. Let's freak out the condition. I hope this time what I expect now is the condition type K007 to be effective. Yes, because the customer discount is now 31 euros instead of and it's which is bigger than the customer discount that I'm having now, and therefore it should check the best discount from this one. Yeah. One thing that I'm a little bit confused now is that they before they apply the first customer discount and then they calculating the customer discount. And then if it is smaller, they take the above one. But in this case, um, they apply this, but it doesn't have any effect, so they ignore it. And then we have 31 euros here. All right. Nevertheless, it is sufficient for now, and I'm happy to move on. Then let me go back, and we are going to follow with the exercise for now. What they need is for us to test only the first sales order and creating directly the same, and check if the sales order is having the discount. It should not, because the discount is only for the first order only. So yeah, you see here, this is now 21 euros because they have um, calculating based on they subtract the 1,000 from the first discount from the price, and then they have a net value of 2,100, and then they are applying the 1%, which is, should not be the case, because this is now lowering the customer discount compared to the previous one. I think both of the discount should be calculated based on the net value of the price. I think this should be more or less being configured in the pricing configuration. For example, if you really want to understand, I will also show you in the pricing procedure of RP001. So instead of having the customer discount K07 calculating from the previous step, you should set it. It should be calculating from the step 11 to step 11, like this, something like this, so that always the discount they are calculating based on the gross price of the material, or maybe the net price, instead of the price after having any previous account being applied. Therefore, the amount of discount should no longer be valid, and yeah, and it will be not plausible to compare with the other discount to check whether which discount has more value, because the base value those are now different. All right, having that said, this should be my sales order, the first one. Now creating the same one. So 10 pieces. Going now to the conditions you see here. Why do I have this 95 freight charge here? Who did this to mine? Who did this? They should have their own pricing procedure. Why did he assign this pricing procedure to mine? And someone must probably do something wrong with their own exercise. But nevertheless, what I'm showing you here is that I have only the price and the customer discount, and I don't find any discount for the K005. The condition exists but has not been set since it's being used up from the pricing limit. All right. Yes. No. L limits use up. How can you verify which order has received the discount 005? Where do you find this information? How can you verify which order has received? In the items completions details, check the condition types. K05 exists only in the first order created. So we are now changing the condition record for the condition type K05, so that the condition is only active for the first 15 materials. All right, this is exactly what we have seen earlier. Now I will go inside and go to additional data. I will change this from um, maximum orders to 15 pieces of material. And we are going to create new sales order. I think probably everything is same, but the order quantity is now 15. Now having that set, did I set this? Okay, I did not, but let's set this, and I'm going to create another one. 03. This is material, 15 pieces. Hopefully we have the customer discount K005 now, which is should be valid for um, should it not be valid for the whole 15 pieces? All right. And you can see here I have only 500 instead of 1500. The reason being could be that from the last exercise I have used up already 10 pieces, and therefore having this particular one, I have only 5 pieces valid. Yeah. Um, Only 5 pieces receive the discount K005. Yeah, you can check them here. This is the condition value that I'm having for now. Even though the quantity is 15 pieces, I have only 500 euros, so only 5 pieces have the discount. The reason being is that even though the limit is 15 pieces for the first 15 pieces for the material, 10 pieces were already receiving the discount from the last order of, therefore only 5 pieces left active. So now for any new orders, you want to make sure that the K005 will not show at all. At the moment, for any new order, your condition record will not be taken into account, but it will show up as the value 0 as long as the condition record is valid. Delete your condition record and set the deletion indicator. All right, so to test that, also really interesting. If I'm now going to create the same stuff right now, for example, only one pieces, we go to conditions. Yeah, this is kind of annoying that they are still showing up here. And the K07 is now being active since now it's having a 0 value. Then we need to delete it so that it will not bother us. To do that, going to the condition type. So now I'm going to select this line and going to delete the row. Delete indicator for condition record has been set. The only thing is now to do is to set this. So going back to create a different sales order, and test height. Let's make it also one pieces only. Yeah, I see only the K007 without anything being set up here. All right, that could be it for exercise 17, track cumulative values. A really interesting topic. At first, I thought that the cumulative values is the subtotal value inside any any pricing procedure. As you can see here, I have the price, customer discount, and I have a net value want, which is 306 euro, which should be then applicable for the next upcoming start task or for example, discount or other uh, surcharge, for example, but I don't have here now. And after having the freight charge, I would have the net value 02. This should be then my accumulative value inside the condition value for the whole sales order. At first, I thought it was about, but surprisingly, it was about the cumulative cap or total value inside pricing conditions, whether we want it to have only a discount for the first order or the first 10,000 euros or the first 15 pieces of material. That is where we set it up in the condition type with update condition being activated. Oh, where was it? Yeah, condition update activated. And secondly, we are um, also activating it inside the additional data of the material of the condition record. Yeah. So two settings, two configuration need to be done. First, enable the backend config of the condition type. Secondly, um, yeah, also configure the limit for pricing inside the particular condition record. All right, really interesting exercise. Regarding the pricing procedure, the subtotals, how we can configure that is also a really interesting topic that I want to know. Not sure if you can see here quickly. For example, the price amount, this should be the first subtotal. Then they're having the second subtotal as the net value, and then the third subtotal, for example. Not sure how we can configure it, but hopefully we will see. But that could be it for now. Exercise 17. Let's have a quick pause before we move on with exercise 18. Use the special condition types. Also a new topic for me that I'm not sure why, not really familiar with, but we will see together. It could be also a really long exercise as the previous one, even twice as long, but we will see. Yeah. All right, let's make 5 minute pause and I will see you later. If you have any questions, just drop it in the comment in the live stream. I will then check in between and help you with that. All right, see you later then. All right, now I'm back. Let's just continue with exercise 18. We have in total 10 exercise left. All right, not sure if I'm going to do all the additional or optional exercises, but we will have a look. Yeah, let's focus now step by step. Exercise 18, use spectral condition types. The system provides spectral condition types that enable you to perform a wide range of calculations, analyze the spectral needs of your business, and determine whether any of these condition types are useful to you. All right, interesting. First, in order, you want to specify a negotiated total net value of the order. Check the effect that the total net value has on the order items. For example, create the sales order and with two materials, the customer A, customer reference, and we have agreed with the customer that the total net value of this order will be then 400 euros. Use the header condition HM00 to enter the data into the order. All right, interesting. Activate now the pricing condition HM00 at HM at the header level. Okay. Review the condition type HM00 for each item. How is the header amount divided among the items? Set the document number. And in exceptional case, you agree with the customer on a one-time net price of 200 euro per pieces. All right. And for this, they are going a different condition type PN00. Analyze the effects of pricing condition and note our observations. All right. So two different condition type, which is spectral. The first one is HM00 for the net price, total net value of the whole order. Secondly is the one-time net price of a material. Then the third part, we are going to make sure that this material will not be sold for less than a net price of 300 euros for the next 3 months. All right. Create and save a minimum price condition record for this material by using the condition type PMIN. And for the condition record, use sales octane 1010. All right. So this is could be the condition record PMIN. And we are going to test that change, analyze the effect, delete the PMIN, and uh, examine the effect of interval scales, which is a condition record PR02. Huh. It seems the same like the access sequence PR02, which we have for the condition type PR00, but this time it is a condition type. All right. So for given scaled of the customer material, they will have this. All right. And they going to create a sales order and check this. All right, seems pretty long exercise, but it spread out from different kind of spectral condition type inside SAP pricing, and we will go through them one by one. First of all, let me create a new sales order for this one. A01 OR. The sold to party is a customer A. This should be our customer reference 2661. The material I could have is 1261, 2262. Okay, 126 is 1 and 226 is 2. So the total net value of the sales order is 860 euros. Checking the condition, I have the price of the total material, the VIP discount we have the last time. the value of parcel 26, and since this the gross weight is less than 30 kilograms, the ZW of freight cost is now being selected instead of the freight cost 26. That could be it for the sales order. What we are now going to try to do now is we have an agreement with this particular customer that instead of having this net value, we are going to change it manually or at least add another condition. We then apply the net value of 400 euros for the total one, which is SM00. And I'm going to edit it into the header. Let me go to conditions in the header again. This is again in the header level, right? Not in the item position. In the item position, you normally select one item position and go to item conditions. And you see here the price is 250 for the first material, 620 for the second material. But what I'm talking about now is adding a condition on the header level type. And to do that, you need to go to display header details, go to condition, and here the price of both material combined. What I'm doing now is I'm going to add this HM00 conditioned with the amount of 40 euros. Hopefully, our net value of the wholesale order changed from 860 to 400. Okay, so nothing changed. Nothing changed. Even the amount is 400. The condition value is now it's 0 euros. So what is the issue here? Activate. Okay, so I need to new document price. Hmm. Yeah, let's ChatGPT also answer me this because as you see earlier, when entering the the HM00, the order value of 400, nothing changed. Only when I select the line and click on activate new document pricing, then I have now the net value of the order is 400 euros. The tax is 10%. So all the price, the VIP discount, the parcel and everything, it is all gone or inactive for now. And the HM00 now is being taken into consideration. Yeah, that could be it. So now we are going to review the HM0 for each item. How is the header amount divided among the items? Let's go back once and go to the first item position. I had the first sales order, first item position. I have 114.90 euros. Item one and item two. It should be then I think 280 something. Yeah, could be my uh, net value. And how it is calculated is also an interesting one. Um, it is calculated based on the percentage of the price of material. You see, if I now have 250 and 620, oh, plus 620, but at 70. So if I divide it by at 70, I multiply it by 400. It should be, yeah, 114 for 94 euros. So Yeah, this should be then the order value. So um, the amount distributed based on the, how could I say it, based on the net value, or based on the price of the material. So material one divided by the total amount, then multiplied by the HM00 header condition. All right, let's set the sales order. That could be the 460. In exceptional case, you agree with the customer on a one-time net price of material. All right, then first create this sales order. The customer A, ship 2, material is 126, 10 pieces. All right, going to BAZ1 again. 62, material is 1 and 10 pieces. All right, so checking the condition, I have the price of 240 discount. So we would then have the net value of 232 euros. Now I'm going to enter the net price of the item by the condition PN00 minus 200. All right, PN00, 200. So when applying this, I don't need to activate the condition, but when by simply entering this, I have now the net value, which is 2012. It means that, okay, the net value of the material is now 200, 10 pieces is 2000, and plus um, the, the, the freight cost, yeah. I think the shipping, we have this net value, and yeah, this is now 12 euros. Okay, so it means that all the price and the customer discount has been now been deactivated. Checking the customer pricing the pricing procedure, I want to see one thing. What is the step of this PN00? It is before the freight cost. Could be, yeah. So as you can see here, I have the PR00, which is the net price of the material. I have the K007, which is the customer discount or the VIP discount I have right now. So first, I will have then the net value of um, the material after first discount. But before that, I have now this PN00. The requirement is 2, and the alternative condition amount exists. What it is? Initial price. All right. And since I have this is also a manual only. And if I have this will then deactivate the other previous um, uh, conditions or above, for example, price and net value. Not sure how it can do that. Let's also check the condition type. So the condition class is prices, quantity. We don't have any inclusion or condition update here. Um, the only thing that I can think of my mind when this deactivate all the previous price is from the inclusion list or a condition inclusion group. Let's just also double check that. Go to sales distribution basic settings and go to condition inclusion. Let me also see if I have condition inclusion for The PN00. Don't I have anything for it? PN00? No, so I don't have any condition group assigned to the PN00. Interesting. Then how exactly is the PN00 is affecting the whole condition types? First, yeah, first let me note it something down. The material price is deactivated. Um, Plus the customer discount. So it means all the previous conditions are disabled in the pricing procedure. Not sure exactly what is the configuration behind this, which is having this, but that would be it. Let me save the first this sales order before we move on, because even though I enable the net price for now, it doesn't affect the freight cost since it's only the price of the material. So regardless of the price, regardless of the discount, it's having this net value for the material. So this is my 461 sales order. The key difference is activated change of the status of the existing condition line while update price redetermine. All right. All right. So, yeah, maybe let me just try one more thing. I want to try. I have no possibility to activate the price now, right? Is it? Yeah. No possibility to update or activate the condition now. Only for the HM00. The thing that I want to know now is how the PN00 is affecting all the previous, or somehow is deactivate all of the previous condition type. I don't know how exactly it's doing it. This PN net price, yeah. As I see here in the pricing procedure, is in step 3 in the 10. It's a manual entry only. It's a print type A. Not sure what it is. Total general. Yeah, it's a print type only. It's a requirement 02. Alternative condition amount is 06. That could be it. Nothing more. So still a little bit confusing how exactly it's affecting the whole the whole pricing schema PN00. The item condition. Okay, let me do it like this. It's a SAP pricing, the item condition PN00. When I enter this condition type manually inside the item conditions, all the material price and discount has been deactivated. Why it does and how it does happen? Where in the backend configuration do I need to check in condition type or pricing procedure? Yeah, this is something that I also want to know. Because as you see, even though we have done the exercise, we can move on with the next one, but it leaves me nothing with explanation why it does happen and how we can explain it to our customer and how we can reproduce or recreate the same condition type if the customer need the same functionality. Um, Even so, with the HM00, we didn't also check that. We only checked this PM00, but we move through that later on. So fixed amount is a group conditioned. Yeah, I have no idea. Just check it. This is a classic SAP pricing case. It not just another surcharge discount, it's usually a manual net price override. So SAP treat it differently from the discount K005 or 7. The user want to override the final net price of this item manually. Therefore, SAP deactivate the normal material price discount because otherwise the item could be priced twice. Normal pricing, yeah, we have the net value after having the discount. When we enter this, we will say the PM0 is a material enter net price, and therefore all the price and discount are no longer calculated. You should check both. First, the condition type, the pricing procedure, and the condition exclusion if used. Oh, they have this condition exclusion OV33. Seems interesting. Let's just have a look. OV33. Document type. No, not exactly what I need. Is it OV33 condition exclusion if used? No. It seems like a different conditions, to be honest. Transaction. This is a billing type, account determination. No, this is not something I need. Yeah. Yeah, I think this is more or less when we go to the condition exclusion groups of conditions, but I don't see, let us check it one last time. First, I have the best condition in the discount. I have the best condition in the freight exclusion. Yeah, I don't see any condition exclusion procedure assigned to my pricing procedure. So let me buffer. Usually the condition class is P, which is price. Yeah, let's double check that. Yeah, condition class is indeed price. I think it should be the same as PR00. Yeah. What happened next is that so it competes with the normal price logic. So check the third manual entry. Yes, the manual has some priority, plus minus. Right, not really relevant. Condition exclusion indicator. Um, I don't think that I have any exclusion for now. Yeah, I don't have it because I could expect it to see in the condition exclusion configuration. So now we check the pricing procedure, find the line, the SAP counter condition type requirement. If PN exists, deactivate normal price. This should be the custom requirement routine. All right. Uh, let's go to the pricing procedure again. Sorry, set pricing procedure and go to RV00. I hope that's still the um, oh, okay, sorry. We are using the Z26 PRC for now, but I think it should be the same. We just have the only difference with the freight cost, but nevertheless, let's check the control. Yeah, I do have the PN00 here, and as you can see, my requirement is 02. and I'm not sure what exactly it is. Item with pricing. Item with pricing. Yeah. Step position PN0 is place. After the normal price, first calculate the normal price and replace deactivate them when manual price is enter. This should be not OV but 0V. Okay. So let me also check that. So OV 33. No, 0V33. Transaction does not exist. Okay, let me copy this inside my. Yeah, it's not used. I'm not. I'm not 100%. I'm not 100% satisfied with this explanation because, as you can see here, inside the conditioned inclusions. Yeah, still not explain me exactly how this is going to happen, to be honest. Yeah, I know that it is being applied and then I can remain it by heart when I want to have an special net price for the material PN00, but I don't know how to configure it. That is something that I want to check, to be honest. And I don't see it. I don't find it any in any exclusion group for the um, for this condition type PN00, because as you see earlier, all the discount that we having earlier within the last exercise, we have K005 and K007. They are within the condition exclusion group 01, and which had the best discount will be applied. We know exactly that. But for this PN00, it's not being entered anywhere here in the condition groups, and therefore it will be really hard for me to explain what exactly happened there. Yeah, so it's not within the condition inclusions. Mm, and I don't have any custom routine here inside the pricing procedure for the PN00. Um, Let them explain it. Let's just have another prompt for ChatGPT. As the condition type pn0 is not assigned to any exclusion group, therefore not possible. Secondly, but it still deactivates all the price and discount earlier. Secondly, this is the picture of the pricing procedure. The only thing I notice it is the requirement tool item pricing to check whether they uh, have pricing activated for item category. If yes, then requirement fulfilled. What about alternative calculations base 06 or how exactly PN0 deactivate all previous condition records? Yeah, I want to really check this. Yeah, I forgot to add the picture. I forgot to add my picture. All right. And then just let it answer. In the meantime, yeah, I think if I were able to explain this, I think the same could be then for the HM00, which we have created earlier. This time we are going to figure it out for the PN00 for the item or the material net price before moving on to the payment. I think, yeah, only applying this is easy and understanding is easy, but understanding how to configure it is a different level where we as consultant need to know. Yeah, it still doesn't tell me exactly where it happens. It means probably that inside the condition type, we have this condition type condition class, which is prices, which means that only one price should be applicable for the sales order item. And since the PN00, it is a later item position or step inside the pricing procedure, as you can see here. It's a manual only. And because it's entered manually, it will then taking a first priority from the previous one. That could be my assumption, even though I don't see any coding line or anything relevant to this, but this should be then my my honest or assumption regarding how the PN00 influence the whole pricing procedure schema, and how is it, yeah. Regarding a theory, I think yeah, the price is deactivated with the order value of HM00 is you whether sales or the entire sales order has value. Okay. The concept of using condition exclusion indicator on type on PR0 with requirement to in pricing procedure was introduced as a method to achieve net pricing. In addition, you can specify the net price manually at the header. The PN0 condition type allows you to specify the net price at item level. Okay, HM00, the net price of the whole order in the header level. PN0 is the net price at item level, but only for the material price. Um, the concept of using condition exclusion indicator on the condition type PR00 with requirement 2 was introduced as a method to achieve net pricing. I think previously they also show us this condition exclusion indicator in the pricing procedure, but as you can see here in the pricing procedure, I don't see any particular column related to, okay, this is like an exclusion, you know, exclusion exclusion indicator. I think the only thing where we can check it is inside the condition type, where we have this exclusion in control data 2, where we see indicate whether the system automatically exclude the discount that are proposed during pricing. But I think only for the discount are somewhat relevant. Yeah, and this is the PR00, the price. Yeah, not even my PN00, also the price. I don't have any exclusion here. So really confusing what they telling us here about. Condition exclusion indicator, same requirement. Execute only the condition exclusion indicator is blank. Okay. Yeah, it is blank. Yeah, as you can see, the discount, the price, or the exclusion indicator is blank. So scene is blank. We have the requirement tool, and therefore this this condition types had been then activated. Yeah. Then regarding the special one, the net price PN00, it allows to specify the net price of the item manually. The system deactivate the original conditions. Yeah, it is simply like that. It doesn't tell us, Where exactly this is being displayed? Yeah, this is more or less the author's next exercise, but unfortunately, we still don't know exactly what happens there. Yeah. Hmm. Let me test one thing. I want to test what exactly this exclusion is going to happen if I exclude all the discount. What would it then happens? Yeah. Let's see. First, let me save this particular sales order. I think it's already been saved. Yeah. The only thing that I want to test right now is I'm going to test the PR00 after um, having the exclusion for the discount. As you can see here, since I exclude um, the condition type PR00 for all the discount, I have only the price and no further discount being available here. And even if I think only possible when I enter the discount manually, then it could be then activated. But if I update it with the new pricing, it should then disappear. And that is the, the the exclusion from discount for this particular price material. And what if it's at an X, which is a net price? Not sure what is then going to happen here. Let's also have a look. Let me create a new sales order again. Going back, go outside, and yeah, same customer, and the three, same material, 10 pieces. If I'm going inside conditions, yeah, I still have the price only and without any further further stuff. And how it does happen if we are checking the pricing procedure. Yes, I have the PR00. It has this requirement, and since I exclude everything from the net price, I don't think um, any position will then be any other condition type will be then activated from here to this net price. I think so. It means that um, all of the material price discount will not be activated. Only the position above or below, such as freight cost, will be then activated. The only thing that I want to test now is what if I now enter the PN net price here in this sales order? What could happen? I want to have manual price of 200 euros. The PN is missing in the pricing procedure AV26. Oh, interesting. No, it's not missing. They are here. PN00. If I enable that, as you can see here, the net price is now deactivated, and I have the net price of the PN00 here activated. So still strange for me to explain how exactly this happened. It could be then really hard coded in the backend for the PN00 condition type, where we know further had any action to that or any influence to that. The only different thing that I want to test now is what if I'm going to copy another, do I have any other condition type which had the same condition class B? That could be interesting to test it. Let's just also check the pricing procedure. If we have the net price like this and a PT, not sure if the condition class is discount or surcharge. Okay. What if I have a medium price discount free goods? Let me create a new one, copy from the PN00 if we are going to have it or not. Yeah, this is something I really want to test. I copy the whole thing. I just save it. And I will assign it to my pricing procedure. I will create it after this. 321. Counter condition type is PN01. All right, let's get back. So this is my PN01. This should be then a manual only. A to sec, just copy it the same like I have it for PN00. All right, let's save this pricing procedure and we are going to test a new sales order. This time I'm not going to enter the PN0, but PN01, my new price. PN01 is missing in the pricing procedure. I actually added it here, PN01. How are you not finding it? What about PN00? Yeah, it find the PN00, but not PN01. Okay, I might need to go out completely here. Let me save this pricing procedure, and then we go out, we go in again. Check it one more time. Yeah, I do have my pricing procedure here. What is the issue with this? If this then be deactivated or something, then I would change this to 310, but counter 1. Yeah, let me edit this. Where are you? Yeah, I think it's fine for now. Nothing changed. Then PN01, 300 euros. Okay, so it's also taken into consideration. So it means that every condition class where I have the the same condition class as price, it will then taken priority and replacing all the previous one. One last final thing that I want to test. And sorry that I draw you so far away from the standard exercise, but it's more or less really important for me, or even for us within the projects. What I want to test now is I want to have this PN01 even before the net price. What would then happen? What could then happen if I have something like this? I'm going to delete the PN00. Okay, it was already being brought up. And I'm simply give them here. For example, they should be and manual entries only. All right, let's test it together via E01. Okay, so for now, everything looks fine. And if I go for the PN00 300, it should then deactivate the PR00. But what about the PN01? Since it's now default. Okay, so regardless of of how they are entering, it will then deactivate the other one. But if I enter the price manually, doesn't change anything. Doesn't change anything. Doesn't change anything, regardless of how this PN01 is being set. Really interesting. I really don't know where exactly um, the configuration of this condition type can have the power to you know, deactivate all the condition types that are relevant to the net price. But yeah, this is more or less it. Then I'm going to delete this, and we are back with the previous or the normal standard pricing procedure. Enough testing, move on. Then just have it in mind. HM00, the net fixed price on the header level. The PN0 is the net price for the material, which are the two conditions which are really strong and can deactivate every other thing else. Might be hard coded in the back end where we don't see anything, or at least I couldn't find anything for now, but could be relevant for your use case at the customer side, even though I don't haven't never seen it in the projects, but could be something that could be applicable. Could be the case that it had not been used because no consultant has been introducing this functionality to the customer, or it's not worth it looking into. Anyway, moving on with the next condition type, which is being meant. So the material should not be sold for less than the net price of 300 euros for the next 3 months. And I'm going to create a condition record for that. Then let's go to VK11 P mint. What material is that? Yeah, 620.26. The amount is 300 euros, which is valid for now to the next 3 months. Then I could have 1109 2026. All right, let's save this, and we are going to test the new sales order. I think same setup. 03 material 10 pieces, and I'm going to item conditions. As you can see here, I still have the 224. Oh, sorry. One thing that I want to deactivate is that for the PR00, you need to have the the, the discount back. So I'm going to deactivate the inclusion and delete this, delete this, delete this, and update the pricing right now. Okay, it doesn't take effect, so hey, where's my discount? Okay, I might need to go out, way out the transaction and go inside again. Hopefully we see the discount back, the K007. Yes, the discount is now back. and the P-mean is also now being available in my sales order type. What does this mean? It means that, okay, I have the price of 240 euros, the discount, um, but then the minimum value for the material I could have is 300 euros. So, which mean that for the 10 pieces, mm, what could that mean? It could mean that, let me put on the calculator. So the net price of the material now is 240 and is minus the discount of 3%. And this should be then the net values of the material price after discount. And this should be, you know, compromised by the P-mean. So the P-mean I have is 300. So the difference I have now is 67 euros per pieces. And since we have now 100 pieces, the compromise amount should be then 10 pieces. Sorry, the compromise amount should be 672 euros, and therefore we go to the net value of 3,000 euros. All right, understood, understood. And then we add up the freight cost to the whole net value. It means that regardless of how you are calculating the previous value, my P mean means that when it's below the P mean, I will replace it. Um, it might be different if I have a smaller value. For example, if I want, for example, 500, yeah, 500. Then the PMIN now had no effect because my after having the VIP discount deducted, I have around 475 euros of the net value. Is way higher than the minimum price, and therefore this PMIN, even though taken consideration here, has zero effect, and the conditions values is like this. Let me updating the price again. Then we have 240s. This is way below the minimum price, and the P-mean is calculating its own value to compromise the discount and the actual value price to reach the minimum price of 300 euros. All right. Yeah, it compromise the difference of material net value after discount with the minimum price. So the net value is always at least 300 euros. All right, accept this and we move on. I will not deeply dive into how the configuration of P-mean is going to look like. Is this a different condition class discount or surcharge quantity? Um, and yeah, it's basically it. Maybe one thing that I can check, which is VK13. And if we go inside this and go to details, not sure if we have anything here. The condition amount, the condition calculation type, base scale type, and about additional value. No, we don't have anything in particular here, to be honest. Yeah, it's basically it. Yeah. I think also same for PN00, but since it's like a manual price, there's no access sequence for this one. All right, moving on. I think this is 642. Yeah, 462. Yeah, 462. Delete the PMIN condition record that you created before. Okay, so now I need to delete the condition record which I have just created. PMIN, and going to delete this and save. Let's go inside again. Yeah, it's been deleted. As you can see here, the deletion indicator. If we go to environment changes per condition record, we see that it has been created for the first time with VK11 by me at 10:28 with a net value of 300 euros. It is was later then deleted also by me at 10:36. Maybe we have two different hours because of time zone, I guess. But yeah, that could be it for now. Now we are going to having the last special condition type, which is the interval scales, the pricing condition record PR02. Interesting. What is this condition type? PR02. Let's go ahead and check it. PR02 is a graduated price. So the condition class is another price, the same as PN00, as PR00. We have an access sequence. This is not exclusion or condition update or anything. All right, then we're going to maintain it. PR02. So here what I have is the customer, the material 226. And I have the scaled 10, 20, and this particular amount. Going to the scaled 10, 20, and 99999. I have 300, 219, 280. All right. Maybe add some more 9 here. All right, perfect. Let's save this. This should be my graduated price condition. Not sure what exactly is a graduated price, but we will follow the exercise and we'll explore it with the hands-on. Now we are creating a new sales order with a customer and 25 pieces of the material. Go to VA01, OR, customer, 64, 25 pieces of the material. Let's check the conditions together. Now I have the price of the material PR00 is 310 euros. It is now not being taken into consideration anymore. Instead, I have a graduated price. The first one is the first 10 is having the 300 euros. The second next 10, 290, and the last 5, I guess, is having the 2800 to account for 1400 here. So the price amount in total is 290 multiplied by 25, which is 7,300 euros compared to the normal price. All right, interesting. So this is a graduated price. And it's also having the power to deactivate the normal price PR00 here. All right. First hand, 300, second next 10, sorry, 290, last 5, 280, so 294 in average. And then we still have the VIP discount and the freight cost. And let's save the sales order for 463. What settings are necessary to use the interval scales for the condition type in customizing? Check the settings for the condition type PR02, interval scaled. Oh, regarding the interval scaled, I think we have checked it earlier. It should be then PR02. Yeah. This is scale type graduated to interval scaled. It means that for any condition type which we want to have a scale type, not a scale space type based on quantity or whatsoever, we want a scale type, which means that it is graduated to interval scaled. So every first 10 we're having this price, the next 10, and the other thing. All right, it is a scale type D, which is graduated to interval scaled. Delete the condition record that you created. All right, so after testing this, we need to delete the condition record. Let's go to P32, select this, and I'm going to delete this. Save, check again. Yeah, deletion indicator and scale indicator. All right, everything looks fine for now. So that could be it for exercise 18, spectral condition types. I think I have taken quite a long to go through this exercise, even 1 hour. But we have now gotten familiar with different spectral kinds of spectral condition type in SAP SD pricing. The HM00 is like a manual net price for the wholesale order applied in the header. PN00 is a spectral net price applied at the item position level of the material. Will then override all of the existing price and discount. The P-min, which is also another spectral net price, whenever the price of the material deducted by the discount is lower than this P-min, then this P-min will then compromise the whole difference, and then having the net value of the material to have this value. And the final spectral condition type, which is PR02, where we have then a graduated price of the material. It will then take the first 10 or whatever we define in the condition record, first 10 or first X element, and the next Y element, and the last Z elements are having the graduated price, how we configure it in the condition record. All right, that could be it for exercise 18. Also the really long one, or maybe I have just really dive really deep into the backend system to know how exactly this condition type are configured. Unfortunately, we were not like 100% satisfied with how they are configured in the backend. We see no difference to the others, but under a great assumption that whenever we have an condition type which have the condition plus price and is being has the later step in the pricing procedure, it will then deactivate all the previous step. For example, PN00 or PMINT, it will deactivate all the customer discount or the the material net price, or at least compromise it with the PMINT. We just need to know this that in SAP these condition types exist and how to use it. How to configure it, I think it was done in the back end where I cannot see it for now. All right, any questions so far? Yeah, also quite tired. I think I have been streaming quite long. Let's see if we can still reach the last one more exercise before ending the stream, which is the customer hierarchy pricing. Yeah, we can make it. Let me have a quick pause of 5 minutes, and I will see you later with exercise 19 and 20. Yeah, let's finish up so we can have a relaxed Friday with maybe five exercise left. Yeah. All right. See you in the next 5 minutes. All right, coming back, let us finish the last final two exercise before calling it a day. The exercise 19, customer hierarchy pricing. Your company wants to negotiate pricing at various hierarchy level in the organization of your important customers. Test customer hierarchy pricing by assigning one of your customer to an existing hierarchy, creating a necessary condition record viewing the effect on the pricing for the customer order. First, we need to assign them to the customer hierarchy of the top core buying group under the Western Europe node with the customer number. All right, seems I've never seen this before, to be honest, even in projects, but we will see together. So this is a customer hierarchy type, validity date, customer sales org, sales area. This is the customer. And secondly, an agreement is signed with the European region of Topco from blanket discount on material, create an hierarchy discount condition record for the customer hierarchy node and material, sorry, with a rate of 50 euros. Create sales order and examine the item pricing to determine whether HI02 discount was taken into account. Alright, I think this is also really in short exercise. Is it something really brand new that we have never seen before? Let me check quickly the the theory. I'm not sure where should it be then. Discussing discount and surcharge for mixed palette. Oh, we have never seen it before. And regarding the hierarchical pricing, yeah, this is the part, the customer hierarchy pricing. So we have a Miller head office, the unique node number. Below, we will have then Miller South and North with a different sales org hierarchy. And then even under North, we have then Central and Northeast, and the customer number being assigned to it. So the customer hierarchies are available in standard to enable us to create flexible hierarchies that reflect the structure of the customer organizations. Never seen it before, but okay, it could be exist. That we need to somehow create some kind of hierarchy for the customer group. The step as follow: create master record for each node, assign node to each other, and assign the customer master record to the relevant node. All right, three steps. And regarding the hierarchy path, we see here the SO2 party 2743. That is the SO2 party. Then the node could be then the top level is the head office, going down to the second level, which is 8100, then to 8120, and then to this customer. And there are a lot of partner function in between 1B, 1C, 1B, and AG, which is probably um, the SO2 party. We can assign and rebate agreements. We can assign price or rebate agreements to a high-level node within customer hierarchy, and the customer then the agreement then valid for the customer at all subordinate level. All right. So if I have an agreement for the Miller head office 8,000, it will then be applied to order every customer within, even for the 2742. And the hierarchy discount, for example, is condition record HI01. I have this hierarchy. For the head office is 5%, but for the Miller North, I have 8%. Right, interesting. And if I create an order for the customer 2743, I think it could apply the Miller North discount of 8%, yeah, instead of the head office. Only, I think the customer 2724 in the south will have the 5%, but any subordinate in the north will be having 8%. And this is like the discount and surcharge for the pallet. All right. a different topic. All right, then we go ahead and see how exactly we then can create an customer hierarchy. Not sure if this is in the back end or in the front end, but we will see. Let me first go to logistic, sales and distribution, master data, business partner. We have, yeah, customer hierarchy and customer here. So I'm going to customer hierarchy first and going to display first. Not sure what we have here. Customer hierarchy type is A. My customer is 620, 26. So there's no active assignment, no customer hierarchy for now. And if I click on edit, also nothing here, of course. So I need to now go into to create an hierarchy node. No, I think they have already have an customer hierarchy already. All right, then how we can assign this? Interesting. Let me assign the customer type process customer hierarchy. And I'm going to create an assignment. The high level customer, which is C620ZZ. I think same sales org, and my customer is below that, 620, 826 transfer. So this should be then the top core buying group. I think this is my business partner. Let's also check it. ZZ. Yeah, top core buying group in New York. All right. So this is my customer, which is the head of top core buying group. And my customer A26 is below that. Amadeus in Heidelberg, which is like an subordinate company within. All right, then let's save this hierarchy. Now I'm going to create an agreement. Is this like a contract or what is it? Okay, it's 11, it's 1 p.m. already. I need to stop the cleaning machine, otherwise cause a lot of noise. All right, let's continue. How can I create this agreement? Is this like only condition record only, or yeah, since I have no further information regarding the contract type, so I move directly to VK11 HI02. So this is a create and hierarchy material condition fast entry sales org customer. I think the customer I should have now is 620. Yeah, this is the note I'm going to have. And this is the material 22226. And the amount that we're having is 50 euros. So yeah, that could be the condition record that I can assign to it now. Only one thing that I now a little bit confused is that how is this customer relevant to the ZZ one? This is the ZE, but previously we assigned our customer to ZZ group. So how exactly is this group being displayed? Let's also come back to logistics, sales, master data, business partner, and hierarchy node. Let me display it for this customer ZE. This is the display organization. I actually missed the customer hierarchy. Yeah, sorry for that. It is a ZE. Let's see. So, all right, interesting. So, under the Toko buying group, ZZ, I have the Toko in Europe in ZE, which is in Mannheim, and I have now two customers ZEE in Lisbon and Warsaw in Poland, probably. The only thing is now I don't have it for my customer segment 62826 in Heidelberg. I have assigned it to the buying group ZZ, but not in the Toko Europe ZE. So what is the purpose of this? Maybe let's just test the sales order and we will see. Let me create a new one, VA01 OR to the customer A. Customer reference now is 2665. The material is 226 and only one pieces. Yeah, let's just see the condition type. So yeah, as you might see here, this is the price that I have, the customer discount, the freight cost. I see no further discount of this customer hierarchy here. I could say that the customer here should be ZE, ZZ, and not ZE. Otherwise, it will not be applied to my customer. Yeah, maybe let's create another one for the material, but now for the customer ZZ, Topco buying group, 50 euros. Let's hope that it will be now taken into considerations. Let me go outside VA01. Customer material 226, only one pieces. Hopefully we have the hierarchy, yeah, hierarchy material of 50 euros. So what difference does it make? It make a discount of 50 euro per pieces. So we have a discount amount of 56 euros. All right, this is how it should look like. Yeah, I'm a little bit confusing when they assigning our customer to this customer group, but when creating the hierarchy discount, it is being assigned to a different customer, which is another sub coordinate from the Topco group, but not anyhow relevant to our customer that we want to test. Yeah, check the solution real quick. Okay, so they assign it to the Topco Western Europe. And they create the assignment here. All right, got it then. Okay. So they assign it to the Topco Western Europe instead of ZZ. That is something that we have missed earlier. Then the only thing I need to do now is coming back, going to delete the one that I have created for ZZ. We need it only for Z Europe, which is ZE. And to do that, I'm going to the customer hierarchy and I'm going to, yeah, previously we have ZZ like this. And below we have America, Europe, and Amadeus, but we don't assign it to here. So I need to assign Amadeus to Europe. Um, how can I edit this? You go to Europe. Yeah, this is exactly one customer that I have. Okay, then I need to. How can I change this reassign? Yeah, I need to assign my customer to C620 Z Europe. Hmm, so strange. Yeah, I did select my customer, but I cannot remove it. Hmm. Select exactly one customer. All right, then I go back again. How can I fix this particular assignment? If I give it like this, 620, 826, select a customer. Yeah, I'm going to do it. Sales org 10, 10, 10, 0, 0. Going to transfer it. Hmm. Yeah, I see no possibility that I can edit this customer hierarchy, even though in the note, I have the price group, the prices, and the customer pricing procedure. But regarding the partner functions, shipping status, transport data, no, I don't see anything related. Maybe relationship. Um, no relationship found. So yeah, still really hard for me to understand it. Or area data, maybe only in 10, 10, 10. Yeah. Yeah, unfortunately, I don't see anything related to maybe coming back to general data. do I have any customer hierarchy here? Address overview, identification, control, customer tags, customer additional data, loading points, checks, and transport data. No, nothing in particular regarding that. ETM data, I don't think it should be here. So it's more or less only inside the customer hierarchy node, which we have seen earlier. Then the tricky thing that I don't know for now is that I cannot edit the customer hierarchy the way that I want it. Even when I select this, yeah, I see exactly how my customer is being assigned to the whole group. The only thing is now is I want to change it. Maybe go to ZZ again. I see the whole hierarchy. The only thing that I want to do now is I want to assign this Heidelberg customer to Tokyo Europe instead of the whole group. And to do that, select one customer only. Okay, let me create new assignment. High level customer is C20ZE, and this is the one. All right, simply like that. It means that I don't need to select any existing assignment. I just need to create a new assignment, and it will replace or adjust the existing assignment that I have. Let's then save this, and with the condition record which we create for the ZE customer, I will then test this order quantity again. So you can see here, yeah, the customer hierarchy has been applied, and it should be found under the, where was it again? Hierarchy discount. Yeah. Yeah, the customer is ZE instead of ZZ, which we have seen earlier. All right, perfect. That could be exercise 19. Yeah. Even though I streamed quite long today, I think almost 3 hours, but we have only done 3 exercises so far. I could not say it's a good quantity, but I think in terms of quality, I think it's quite good that I have shown you a lot of things. I mean, it is also the first 2 exercises are really long. Track cumulative value, which is the update conditions in the backend for the condition type, where we can configure the discount to be applied for the first X sales order or the first 10,000 or X value or the first Y number of materials. And regarding the spectral condition types, we have gone through a lot of new condition types, which are really, I don't say typical, but really specific inside SAP pricing, which is HM002, PN02 for the item position, the payment also for the item position, but only for the material price. And finally, the PR02 for the, I could say, graduated price, and then the customer hierarchy, which is also a really new topic. I'm not sure if it is being used in different various customer. I see it for the first time, but if any new projects coming up, at least I know what it is about and where to find it. Next exercise is determine the pricing procedure. Yeah, I will leave it for tomorrow then, because it's related probably to the sector document rebate. All right, then I could call it a date. Where we will have then 7 exercise left for Friday. It's quite a lot, but I think just some couple of small exercise where we then work through it. Some of the optionals I could not focus really much on that, um, based on the needs. I don't see it will be applied a lot in projects, but we will see. All right, let's call it a date. I hope you like the live stream today and also the content that I have been preparing. If you like it, please give me a like and subscribe to the channel. And if you want to support me, you are really welcome to go to the coffee link, which I have given in the channel description. You can support me with a coffee, one, two, or whatever reasonable to you. I could highly appreciate it. And yeah, as always, thanks for watching and see you in the next one. Bye.